Loomer, Dershowitz, and 2-Minute Hate. If you never read Orwell's 1984, well, you're going to learn a little bit about it. And if you have read it, you're familiar with 2-Minute Hate from the book. I want to start off with Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer is, they call her a right-wing activist. I don't know why they're calling her right wing. I don't know wings anymore. Here's one of the things I've tried to explain to people. They call it right, left. It's a circle. Okay. And the left and the right, the far left, far right, like I said, you can't. It's a circle. They are equally as crazy. They're out of their minds. Now, Laura Loomer took to social media and went off and slammed the U.S. Army for honoring a war hero because he wasn't U.S. born, and he spoke at the 2016 Democratic National Convention. She posted a post criticizing Army Secretary Dan Driscoll for recognizing the sacrifice of Florent Groberg. Now, Florent Groberg tackled a suicide bomber in Afghanistan and saved the lives of his fellow soldiers. The Army put out a post on Friday, 13-year anniversary of Groberg's selfless act. He obviously had catastrophic injuries. He dove on a bomb, and he got the Medal of Honor for it, for crying out loud. That's what happened in the movie Captain America, for crying out loud. That's why they decided to give him the little Captain America injection. He dove on a grenade to save his fellow soldiers. Anyway, she writes, there are probably so many people who the Army could honor who have received the Medal of Honor. But who did the Army choose to honor instead of their social media page under the Trump administration? They chose Groberg. He is an immigrant. Oh, God forbid. Oh, not that. Who voted for Hillary Clinton and spoke at the DNC as Obama's guest. Yeah, he spent years, by the way, working to renounce his French citizenship, and he is now a U.S. citizen. What's wrong with that? Anyway, she writes, are we supposed to believe the Army couldn't find a Republican and U.S.-born soldiers? So what you're saying is that we should only be honoring registered Republican soldiers? I guess. Now, this is MAGA world. Okay, she's the queen of MAGA world. Anyway, she continued, under the Army secretary, there have been several instances of either him or the Army promoting anti-Trump leftists on their official media channels. Army officials spoke to the Washington Post and said her attack was despicable. Again, that suicide bomber killed 4 people, and it would have been worse. Many more would have died. He has lost 50% of his lower calf. He's deaf in his left ear, and he has got significant traumatic brain injury. Where do I go from here? These are the types of things. It's 2-Minute Hate. These are the types of things that they break my heart. They break this Loomer has a platform. She's friends with the president. This guy was willing to sacrifice his life to save others, and she didn't like them. And he's a Republican. He's a registered Republican. Maybe he didn't like Trump in 2016. Again, I voted for him. It wasn't my first choice. I got to leave it at that because I'm trying not to yell here. And then you get Dershowitz. Again, the other side, left wing. So Alan Dershowitz, okay, lawyer, regular Fox News pundit. I'm not a big fan of the guy at all. But again, he's a lawyer. They represent some ugly people. He represented Epstein, for crying out loud. Anyway, he was banned from buying pierogies. At a farmer's market on Martha's Vineyard. Guy recognized him, and now it's making big news everywhere, and he's threatening to sue because the pierogi person doesn't like him, and now all the left-wingers are rallying around the pierogi salesperson because what? More 2 minutes of hate. Both sides do it. Both sides do it. Both sides engage in it. And until we, the people here in this country, decide that, or figure out that both the left and the right, the people in Washington, D.C., these political parties, their goal is to get us hating one another. You see, in 1984, it was 2 minutes of hate against a common enemy. Okay. The citizens of Oceania had a common enemy, and they were going against, what was it? The name there? Emmanuel, was it Goldstein or something like that? And his crowd, and they had 2 minutes of hate against that every single day. You see, they win in Washington, D.C. We lose when they basically say, hey, 2 minutes of hate the opposite side. It is what it is. Again, I'm bouncing an idea around in my head, and I'm going to start it. I'm going to start working on it right now. There's just so much negativity, so much of this nonsense out there that it's heartbreaking. It really is. And we hear these stories all the time, and I got to cover a lot of dirty politics, a lot of nasty stuff here on the program. What I'm going to start doing, I'm going to launch a new part of the Watchdog on Wall Street site. It's going to be a new section. I haven't decided what I'm going to name it yet, but we are going to be doing a whole entire section on nothing but heroic stories, positive stories, and people doing wonderful things here in this country, because it happens all the time. And we have to focus on that to get away from this, because it affects you. You read this type of nastiness, and at least it bothers me a great deal. So we're going to be working on that in the coming weeks and looking to put something together. And I will be doing several podcasts over the course of several segments here on the show, where we're going to be focused and talking about positive stories. It's one of the things I've been doing with Work, Time, and Effort, along with my book and the other radio show that I do, Work, Time, and Effort. We're highlighting positive stories, people building businesses, but this is going to be here, there, and everything. Acts of heroism, helping out your fellow man, what we should be doing, okay? Again, like Mother Teresa says, we've forgotten that we all belong to one another. Watchdog on Wall Street.com.